will you please say good evening to the British heavyweight boxing champion, Gary Mason. Just going to ask Gary if he'll shake hands with Jim Thompson and Mrs. Thompson, Mr. Bedford, the Mayoress and the Mayor of Maidstone, Keith Peacock and Bill Williams and Roy Sidebottom as well. You all right, Barry?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us, first of all, where you've been.
Oh, because of misdirections, I was late. Yeah. So, but I've been heading this way, just taking my time getting here.
The last time I actually saw Gary, he was all dressed, kitted out as a fireman. Can you remember what that was all about?
Oh, that's right. That's on the Beam Charathon. Yeah, yeah. I was along the River Medway, driving about freezing to death, and it was all enjoyable anyway.
Just step forward a little bit, Gary, so that we're not crowding the mayor and everybody out. And this evening has been about achievement for young sports personalities and all the sort of dedication and work you have to do to be in a position where somebody presents you with a certificate or a cup. I wonder if you would just tell our audience what training is like for boxing. What time do you get up in the morning when you're training for a fight? What's your day like?
I think the day starts roughly about 5:30. Go for a morning run and rest, and then in the gym in the afternoon, which is the sessions of work are pretty hard. But I think in any sport, whatever you do, it takes the same amount of dedication, and there's a lot of time that has to be sacrificed, and especially done when you're a young kid, and at that particular time you can't do what all your friends are doing, and I think that is the most sacrifice that has to be made, because you can't do what everybody else is doing. You have to concentrate on what you're doing, and if you can break through that barrier, I'm having trouble doing that myself, then it's half the battle.
But does it get harder as you go from amateur to professional and you get a little bit of success and you get a few bob in your pocket? Is that a spur to go on for more, or do you start to think yourself, oh, I can't be doing with all this road work and heavy bag work, and I'll give it a miss today, or I won't bother this weekend?
Oh, well, I think it becomes like a drug. If you've been doing it from a young age, you do it all the time. When you're not doing it, you miss it. It's like going to work. If you don't go to work, the first day you might think, wow, I've had a day off. But the second day you might start getting bored. You think, I wish I was at work. And that's the same thing with training. And the further it gets, the more you get involved in it. But there again, it all depends on the character of the person. But if you've really got serious intentions of doing a lot or getting as far as you can do, then you'll just keep being spurred on all the time.
We've had 32, or 33 actually, in all, people this evening who've won awards or prizes or recognition of some kind, and the vast majority of them are what you would say at the beginning of their career. You're the reigning British heavyweight boxing champion, and you have a lot of dedication to get that far. One bit of advice for all these young competitors and all those tonight who were perhaps not winners.
First of all, can I say to the people who are here watching, I think the main thing for the kids trying to get somewhere is support, and that means from parents, friends and people around. I sponsor a little girl that skates, and without my help she wouldn't be able to have the commitment that she's got towards the skating that she does do. And I think that is needed more than most, especially in this country, because the Americans and the Russians and others, they all support their athletes from a young age, and it gives them the chance to do what they do best. And I think that's what we need as British people. That's what we need to do to the children coming up.
I don't know if you've got your crystal ball here, but I'm going to ask you a question only you can answer. Is the undefeated British heavyweight boxing champion one day going to become the world champion?
Without a shadow of a doubt. Apparently, no. Apparently today, in one of the papers, George Foreman said he's coming over here and he'd like to fight either me or Frank. He says he'll knock Frank out in 3 rounds, but he's not so sure about me. So
I've got. I just had a birthday, and one of the presents I got was a video of 21 of Tyson's 28 knockouts. Do you mean you're going to go in there with that fella?
If you was to box, you wouldn't be intimidated.
I would if I was to box you. I'm already intimidated. You're standing on my foot. Get on. But being absolutely serious, we know that there's an awful lot of hype in boxing. Boxing's one of those games that you have to beat the big drum and you have to sort of oversell yourself. But just privately between us tonight, would you relish an opportunity, leaving the money aside, but from the sheer physical contest of it, would you relish an opportunity to get in with Tyson?
It's my ambition to prove that I'm the best in my sport, and the only way you can do that is to beat the person who is the best. So far, I haven't been beaten, I haven't been floored. I know I've had a few fights that people have said I've just scraped through, but the main thing is that I've won them. And until somebody does beat me, then you can't say I haven't got a chance. And the belief is there 100%. And all I have to do is go out there and execute the belief, which is hard against Tyson, but possible.
Gary, yes, lovely. Regardless of what the future holds, I would like to congratulate you on being an absolute credit to boxing, a credit to sport, and every one of us is delighted to see you tonight. Thank you very much indeed. He says, where do I sit? The red corner or the blue corner?